Rebuilding a dynasty in the NFL never happens by chance, and what we're witnessing behind the scenes in Foxborough right now is the reflection of a meticulous plan to fix what seemed broken beyond measure. To understand the magnitude of Rashawn Gary's impact on our current roster, we need to go back to the point where the front office realized they needed to blow up the defensive plan and start from scratch. We came from a traumatic season where our defensive unit simply collapsed in the league's most crucial statistics, finishing last in defensive DVOA, allowing the most points per game, and being punished as having the worst mark in passing yards per play was a violent reality check for us fans who were used to tactical excellence and physical dominance in the trenches. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together. It became clear that we were missing a piece of identity, a leader capable of dictating the pace on offense and carrying the weight of a rebuild. We knew that the traditional free agency market would only bring temporary and expensive solutions. That's when the coaching staff and management designed a very specific target. They didn't just want isolated numbers or a rotation player to add volume. The goal was to find a defensive pillar with the size, aggression, and intelligence needed to make the whole system click. Someone who would arrive in the locker room, knowing the weight of the responsibility, and who wouldn't bend under the immediate pressure of wearing that heavy jersey. The behind-the-scenes conversations gained momentum, and the strategy began to be executed in absolute secrecy. It was the beginning of the hunt for a guy who could redefine our defensive mentality. Before we move on to the exact moment this trigger was pulled, leave your comment below. Do you think this aggressive rebuilding is the right path? The first major milestone of this new era came with an aggressive behind-the-scenes move that surprised many with its coldness and precision. The New England Patriots shocked the market by orchestrating a surgical trade to bring in pass rusher Rashawn Gary. The negotiation was masterfully conducted. We sent a fourth-round pick in the 2027 draft to secure the arrival of a true trench monster. But the real punch in the gut for the competition was the financial engineering that made it all possible. Gary accepted a substantial pay cut to join our project, transforming a hefty contract into a highly strategic 2-year, $32 million deal, with $16 million fully guaranteed in the 2026 season. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together. The front office worked magic by shifting most of the financial impact forward. The player's cap hit was an impressive $5.7 million for this year and only $8.5 million for 2027. This was only possible because we placed a $13 million option bonus pending next year, in addition to diluting values through strategic void years extending to 2031. This maneuver gave us absurd financial flexibility to continue strengthening the roster while ensuring that the heart of our new defensive line was protected. For those who follow NFL business, the message was crystal clear: follow the money trail. The front office set up a structure where Gary has every incentive in the world to prove himself on the field and secure a monstrous long-term contract extension, while we secure elite talent by paying a bargain price immediately within the salary cap. The fans could barely contain their excitement when the papers were signed. Tell us in the comments, would you trade a fourth-round pick for him? Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together. With the centerpiece secured on the roster, the most important change occurred in the technical area, completely redesigning how our defense will behave from now on. The arrival of the new defensive coordinator, Christian Parker, was the perfect fit to extract the maximum potential from Rashawn Gary. There's a very strong historical connection here that most analysts overlooked. Parker and Gary have a long-standing rapport that dates back to the beginning of their professional careers. This mutual familiarity made Gary's transition to the new system instantaneous. The tactical plan implemented by Parker is modern, aggressive, and plays intelligently with the minds of opposing quarterbacks. In closed practices in Foxborough, the atmosphere changed radically. The stadium seemed to hold its breath with each repetition. Parker wants to use defenses with light boxes, which means keeping the secondary members deep and protecting the back of the field in pass coverage. On paper, this seems to expose the team against the run, but that's where Gary's fundamental role comes in. The system demands extremely physical edge defenders, guys capable of controlling the C area and crushing blocks at the line of scrimmage. In the coordinator's own words, the main objective is to make the opposing running back run inside a phone booth, with no room for lateral cuts. This change in posture requires absurd tactical discipline and physical vigor that few athletes in the NFL possess today. Gary embraced the mission and began dictating the intensity of every activity on the field, showing that the new identity of our defense necessarily involves its ability to dominate the trenches. The big twist in this narrative is hidden in the statistical details that divide expert opinion and bring a huge dose of suspense to this season. When we analyze Rashawn Gary's recent history, many point to a supposed drop in performance after the serious ACL injury he suffered in 2022. Skeptics only look at the bottom line of last year's statistics, where he recorded 7.5 sacks and 7 tackles for loss, and claim that he cooled down in the final stretch of the season. But the truth from video analysts reveals a completely different and much more promising scenario for us. All of his sacks did indeed happen in the first 7 games, but his quarterback pressure rate rose dramatically in the second half of the season, reaching 15%. In American football, the pressure rate is a much more stable and predictive metric than the raw number of sacks. He was constantly destabilizing opposing offenses, even when the play ended up in the hands of another defender. Furthermore, in terms of the running game, his consistency is unwavering. Gary has been ranked among the top 25 run defenders in the league for 3 consecutive seasons by Pro Football Focus. He has proven to be a complete 3-down athlete, shattering the cliche that modern pass rushers only know how to chase the quarterback. This duality between what the superficial numbers say and his real impact on the field has created a narrative of overcoming adversity and mystery that serves as pure fuel for training. He knows that many doubt his ability to return to the top, and we are seeing that answer being forged with blood and sweat on every snap. Currently, the day-to-day scenario we witness within the franchise is one of silent and obsessive leadership that has taken over the locker room. At 28 years old and entering his 8th season in the league, Rashawn Gary has naturally assumed the role of mentor and ultimate reference point for a defensive line full of young talent. His impact transcends what happens during the game minutes. Behind the scenes at Gillette Stadium, accounts of his commitment are impressive and show the mentality of a true champion. During rehabilitation and rest sessions after on-field activities, teammates report that Gary is glued to his iPad, attentively watching every repetition of rookie and roster-building drills. He makes a point of monitoring individual exercises to ensure that no one is slacking off or performing the fundamentals lazily. This mutual accountability and obsessive focus on achieving perfection in the smallest details have brought a sense of urgency that hasn't been seen here for a long time. The roster understands that the margin for error for 2026 is 0. The coaching staff gives him complete freedom to act as the right-hand man to coordinator Christian Parker on the field. He has become the team's barometer. If Gary is focused and playing with maximum intensity, the rest of the defensive unit automatically raises its level of competitiveness. The atmosphere in Foxborough is one of pure concentration and renewed pride from the trenches.